Dear students, നമ്മൾ ലിമിറ്റ് തിയറംസ് ആണ് ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്. സോ ഇന്ന് നമുക്ക് അടുത്തൊരു തിയറം നോക്കാം. If you have a real sequence converging to a real number, then the theorem says that the sequence of its absolute values also converges, and it converges to modulus of the limit mod x. Okay, so that is the theorem says that if xn is a sequence converging to a real number x, then the sequence modulus of xn also converges, and the limit is modulus of the limit of xn. Okay, or you can rewrite this as limit, or I can say xn converge to x anengila, this will imply mod xn also converges to mod x. Okay, this is the theorem. Okay, so this is the theorem. In other words, I can write okay, then prove ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും നോക്കാം. So proof, consider a real sequence converging to x. Let sequence xn be a real sequence such that xn converges to x. And the proving to prove mod xn converges to mod x. To prove mod xn converge to mod x. So as usual, to prove a convergence, we take an epsilon greater than 0 and we consider modulus of Sn minus L. Then we try to make it less than epsilon after a particular stage m. Okay, so take an epsilon, let epsilon greater than 0 be given. Consider modulus of Sn minus L. Modulus of mod xn minus mod x. Now, by triangle inequality, you can write this is less than or equal to modulus of xn minus x. Okay, and then by corollary of triangle inequality. Corollary of triangle inequality, we have proved modulus of a minus b is greater than or equal to modulus of mod a minus mod b. So using that inequality, I can make this less than or equal to this. Now, this modulus of xn minus x can be made arbitrarily small since given that xn is a sequence converging to x. So I can നമുക്കൊരു കാര്യം ചെയ്യാം, ഇതിനെ നമുക്കൊന്ന് സ്റ്റാർ എന്ന് നെയിം ചെയ്യുവാണേ. ദിസ് ഇനീക്വാളിറ്റി സ്റ്റാർ. ഓക്കെ, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇത് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് വേണമെങ്കിൽ ഇത് എഴുതാണ്ട് തന്നെ ഐ ക്യാൻ റൈറ്റ് ഇത് തൊട്ട് മുന്നേ എഴുതാൻ വേണമെങ്കിൽ. അപ്പോൾ പിന്നെ സ്റ്റാർ എന്ന് നെയിം ചെയ്യേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ല. Since I can write here, since xn is a sequence converging to x, I can write let epsilon greater than 0 be given. Since xn converge to x, corresponding to this epsilon greater than 0, there exists a positive integer m such that modulus of xn minus x is less than epsilon for all n greater than or equal to m. Now, if we consider modulus of mod xn minus mod x, it is less than or equal to modulus of xn minus x by corollary of triangle inequality, and this is less than epsilon for all n greater than or equal to m by this condition. So we may mark this as star. By star. Okay, by star. Thus modulus of xn converges to modulus of x, or I can say limit of modulus of xn is equal to modulus of x, which is the modulus of limit of xn provided the right hand side limit exists. If limit of xn exists, then limit of mod xn also exists, and limit of mod xn will be the modulus of limit of xn. So that is the theorem. So we have proved the theorem. If xn converges to x, then modulus of xn also converges to mod x. ഇനി ഒരു കാര്യം ഇതിനകത്ത് നോട്ട് ചെയ്യാനുള്ളത്, ഇതിന്റെ കോൺവേഴ്സ് ട്രൂ ആണോ എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. നോട്ട് ഈസ് ദ കോൺവേഴ്സ് ട്രൂ. അതായത് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ഇതാണ്, ഇഫ് മോഡുലസ് ഓഫ് എക്സ് എൻ കൺവേഴ്സ് ടു മോഡ് എക്സ്, can we conclude that xn also converge or converge to x? Okay. For that, you may consider the sequence minus 1 raised to n. Consider the sequence xn is equal to sequence minus 1 raised to n. Okay. So that is sequences minus 1, 1, minus 1, 1, etc. The sequence doesn't converge, which is not convergent, which does not converge. Converge at the sequence in a divergent. It's a divergent sequence, it oscillates finitely. It's a bounded sequence, but it has more than one limit point, so it doesn't converge. Now, but if we consider modulus of xn, it is modulus of minus 1 raised to n. Modulus of minus 1 raised to n is 1. For any n, it is 1. So, we will get the constant sequence 1, which is a constant sequence which is convergent. Constant sequence which converges to that constant, which is convergent. So, here in this example, we can see that modulus of xn is convergent. Modulus of xn converges, but xn, sequence xn doesn't converge. Okay, is not at all convergent. So the converse of this theorem is not true. If mod xn converges to mod x, we cannot conclude that xn converges to x. Doesn't imply. So I can write this doesn't imply xn converges to x. So we can write this as a not. The converse of this theorem is not true. So I can write the converse is not true. The converse of this theorem is not true. Theorem is not true. It doesn't imply this implication. ഇനി ചില കേസിൽ നമുക്ക് പ്രൂവ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും ഇത് അങ്ങോട്ടും ഇങ്ങോട്ടും ഇംപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുന്നതായിട്ട്. അത് എപ്പോഴാന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ഇഫ് ദ ലിമിറ്റ് 0, അത് വേണമെങ്കിൽ നമുക്കൊന്ന് നോട്ടായിട്ട് എഴുതാം. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ഇഫ് xn is a sequence converging to 0, then by this theorem we can say that mod xn also converges to the modulus of limit, which is also 0. But in that case we can prove the converse is also true. If the limit is 0, we can prove the converse also. And here you can see that the proof വളരെ എളുപ്പമാണ്. ഒരു one side implication is trivial from the proof we have already discussed. ആ പറഞ്ഞ theorem വെച്ചിട്ട് true ആണ്. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ തന്നെ I can say modulus of ഇപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഒരു convergence prove ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ Sn minus L consider ചെയ്യും അല്ലേ. So here modulus of xn minus 0 consider. And xn minus 0 it is same as modulus of xn. And if you try to prove the convergence of modulus of xn to 0, we will consider modulus of mod xn minus mod 0. Okay, in that case also, this is same as modulus of xn minus 0, which is same as modulus of mod xn, modulus of a modulus, the same as modulus of xn. So these are both equal. Okay, so that so I can write convergence if and only if എഴുതാം. So either I can write this. Okay, that is here, that is modulus of xn minus 0 is same as modulus of mod xn minus 0. Therefore, if you consider if you assume that xn converges to x or xn converges to 0, I can say for every epsilon greater than 0, there exists a positive integer m such that modulus of xn minus 0 is less than epsilon for all n greater than or equal to m. Now, since this is true, by star, I can say this implies for every epsilon greater than 0, there exists a positive integer m such that modulus of mod xn minus mod 0 is also less than epsilon for all n greater than equal to m. By the same condition star, equation star, ഇത് ഇപ്പുറത്തേക്ക് ഇംപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യും അല്ലേ മോഡുലസ് ഓഫ് എക്സ് എൻ മൈനസ് സീറോ സെയിം ആസ് മോഡുലസ് ഓഫ് മോഡ് എക്സ് എൻ മൈനസ് സീറോ. സോ എനിക്ക് ഇത് ഈ എഴുതിയിരിക്കുന്നതിൻ്റെ അർത്ഥം എന്താണ് മോഡുലസ് ഓഫ് എക്സ് എൻ കൺവേഴ്സ് ടു മോഡ് സീറോ എന്നാണ്. ആൻഡ് ദ റൈറ്റ് ദിസ് വിൽ ഇംപ്ലൈ this condition will imply this, that means by definition this implies this, and this will imply this, the above condition by equation star, and this condition implies xn converges to 0, so both are equivalent. So when the limit is 0, എന്താ പറയുക രണ്ട് സൈഡിലേക്കും അത് ഇംപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ ട്രൂ ആണ്. But in general, the converse of the theorem is not true. Even though modulus of xn converge to a real number, you cannot conclude that sequence xn converges to L, or even sequence xn convergent ആണെന്ന് പോലും നമുക്ക് conclude ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല, which is clear from this counter example. Okay, hope it is clear for you.